Hello, everyone. It is very good to see all of you here. And we're here for a major launching event of a new book. So I would want to, let you say a few words about yourself. And then the plan will be that we wanted to speak a little bit about the Mara book series. And then that would be by you, Maarten. And then I would invite Svein to speak a little bit about the TBTI titles in that series. And then the main stars of the show today, of course, will be Jose and Cristina, and also Maarten with the new book, which I'm not going to say much until we get there. So maybe we'll start from you, Maarten. What is this thing about the Springer Mare book series? How did that come about, and what you have been doing so far? Tell us a little bit about it, please.
Okay, thank you, Ratana. Yes, the Mare publication series is part of the activities of the Social Science Center for Maritime Research, Mare, which has been based in Amsterdam for many years. It was founded in 2001. And the publication series was one of the first activities which we started now in collaboration with Springer Publications. It is a series of edited volumes and monographs devoted to social science topics from all around the world. And we have been very pleased to be able to host a number of the TBTI publications in the past years. Svein, who will be speaking after me, I think, is one of the editors, and so am I. And we look forward also to continuing this series in the future, also with some interesting volumes from your side, and we invite everyone to submit proposals also on other topics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been very popular. We have been really enjoying reading the books that in the series, and also very much appreciate the opportunity for the Too Big to Ignore to be able to contribute to that. So Svein, I believe you have been editing at least 3 volumes for our series, and you want to speak to them a little bit.
Together, I think we have 6 volumes now. Because of the corona, I don't have them all here. I have no access to my university, so I just have 3 of them. And there is, for instance, this huge book on the implementation of the small-scale fisheries guidelines that came out in 2017. Before that, there was this book called Interactive Governance for Small-Scale Fisheries, Global Reflections, that came out in 2015. And then this one, Transdisciplinarity for Small-Scale Fisheries Governance, that was launched at the International Conference for Small-Scale Fisheries in Fisheries Research in Chiang Mai. So these are 3 books. There are 2 other books, one on Latin America, and one that is focused on social well-being and values, which is a pertinent issue in small-scale fisheries research. The first Latin America book is edited. First editor there is Sylvia Salas from Mexico, and the book on values is edited by first editor there is Derek Johnson from Canada. So 6 books on this series so far, and there, which includes the book that we are presenting today. Mm-hmm. And there are other books in the pipeline.
Okay, that's great. So 5 volumes that have already been released, launched, many of them at the Mare conference actually. And now the 6th book, the most recent, the most exciting volume, simply because a lot of people don't see small-scale fisheries in Europe. And the 3 of you, editors of this, have been able to put together a very impressive book. So, are we ready for this? Okay.
Oh, yes.
Here we go. Congratulations. I'm sorry I'm the first to receive this because, you know, in the world of COVID, post office in Canada still works, right? So I'm receiving this copy and I'm very happy to have this in my hand. But I would like now to ask Jose, Cristina, and Maarten to speak to the book and tell us about what's in here. So Jose, you can join, you can share the screen.
Thank you, Ratana. Hello to everyone. Ratana, you have been very lucky to receive the book. I am really envious.
I know.
We are really envious. You know, post office at the university is not working very well lately, and I think it's the same in many other universities. Well, this book has been the result of an effort that has spanned for several years. It's not easy to get to get an overview of the small-scale fisheries in most of a continent, and we have tried to involve researchers from many different countries in Europe, not only in the European Union, but also in other countries outside the European Union. This is something that has taken some effort, of course. Let me show you some slides. This is an image of small-scale fisheries in one of the outermost regions of Europe, in the Canary Islands. The small-scale fisheries in Europe have many different flavors. There are many different versions of the small-scale fisheries in the continent. The objective of the book has been to increase the visibility and the knowledge of the small-scale fisheries in the continent. This usually said that this sector is a forgotten fleet in Europe, and we have tried to characterize, to show what are the main characteristics, the main issues around this sector in Europe. Usually, not a lot is said about this sector in the north. Frequently, the focus is in the southern countries, but in the north, in Europe, the small-scale fisheries is also relevant. And we have tried to highlight how this forgotten fleet has not been covered enough. Has not received the attention needed from many member states of the European Union or from other states in Europe, even from a funding perspective. This is the coverage of the book: 25 European countries, 75 authors, more than 300 pages, with a common template for every chapter in the book that try to characterize the sector in each country, the social and economic importance, issues related to governance and institution, issues related to the fisher organization in each country. And also we have tried to give a voice to the practitioners in the small-scale fisheries. It's a chapter related to LIFE, one of the largest organizations, including the small-scale fisheries in Europe. We want to highlight that small-scale fisheries are not only fleet. We are talking about coastal communities spread along the different areas of the continent that have traditionally controlled a fishing area, but now frequently struggle for resources and markets. Frequently with aquaculture, with tourism, with large-scale fishing or urban development. The level of organization is very different in each country. And also, what we have also found is that how small-scale fisheries are defined in the continent is very different. The European Union has a definition used for funding posts that is related to boats under 12 meters with non-towed gears. But each country, each member state, even inside the European Union, might have a different definition. And this creates some issues when people try to speak in general about the small-scale fisheries in Europe. Fisheries, small-scale fisheries can look very differently and are involved small boats, not so small boats, women, men, young people, elder people. And all this diversity is something that need to be taken into account when speaking about small-scale fisheries. We have tried to include some challenges related to this sector. For instance, some of the uncertainties related to the changes in policy and management, issues related to poor governance in fisheries, or issues related to the competition for space and access to resources, issues related to profitability and economic viability. One of the challenges is related to market. And market access is one of the issues that need innovation and need to cope with all the new trends in the market of fishing resources. So I would like to finish with some words from Paul Den Bol that is in the back page of the book. One of the narratives that this researcher that has been at the European Commission and ICES is that small-scale fisheries are frequently described as backwards. But this book clearly demonstrates that they are not, that the small-scale fisheries in Europe are diverse and in many cases are up to the task of providing food and high-quality seafood to local people, and not only to local people. And in this sense, the book provides a valuable contribution to the appreciation of the importance of small-scale fisheries in most of Europe.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Jose, for that. I guess we can now just say, would you have anything else to add, Cristina? Maybe you can speak a little bit about who what is the book intended to, the audience that you're trying to reach with the book, and what you hope to achieve with it. I invite both you, Cristina and Maarten, to speak to that.
Should I go? Hello everyone. Like Jose said, the idea of the book was basically to show the many challenges that small-scale fisheries in Europe face, because we tend to forget the small-scale fishing sector in the developed world, and we wanted to bring that to light. The audience of the book is quite a wide audience. The book could be read by students. It covers most European countries, so it could be very interesting to people studying small-scale fisheries all over Europe. It is the human perspective about small-scale fisheries, not so much the biological perspective. So it's interesting both for people from the social sciences, definitely, but also from the environmental and biological sciences to get a broader overview about the human side of small-scale fisheries. Mm-hmm. So academics, also scientists, so a broad public, and even stakeholders. We also have we actually have a chapter. The book starts with the general introduction, but then we have a chapter written by stakeholders, by the life. So we wanted the perspective of the industry also about small-scale fisheries in Europe. So we have a chapter written by the industry itself. So it's a broader readership, I'd say.
That's very nice. Yeah, so I mean, we always wonder, right? Who would really read the book, and how to really get them to how would that make a difference, or what kind of impact would you like to see with this book? At least in the context of, I know that you have the common fisheries policy. Would they do anything differently now that we have the book?
Maybe I can add a little here. I think one of the main purposes of the book, as Jose was mentioning, was to draw attention to the fact that small-scale fisheries is very much available in the European context. Mm-hmm. And what we also do in the book, we also point out that policy, also European policy, has not been favorable to small-scale fisheries, generally speaking. and that we actually hope with this book to contribute to a policy reorientation, a policy which will be more favorable to the small-scale fisheries. And we actually see signs of this already taking place, certainly in the fisheries-dependent regions, less so, for instance, in the Netherlands, where I'm from, where small-scale fisheries has almost died out. It is a lost profession, but it is, and from a European perspective, it is very much there, and we think it is valuable from different perspectives to try and support it further.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else then to add? Any of you?
Perhaps I would like to highlight one issue. I think the book is not the end of the line; it's the beginning of the line. But we want to remark with the book is that it's a lot of research pending to be done on the small-scale fisheries in Europe. Okay. And we are trying to cover some of the, the book discovers some of the, help to discover some of these gaps, some of these issues that need to be better researched. And one of the issues that need to be better researched is how the funding from the European Union has been spent on fisheries. Mm-hmm. And in what sense the funding that has been focused on the small-scale fisheries has really reached the small-scale fisheries sector. And that's one of the research programs that we are trying to develop now. Okay. And the comparison with other sectors is striking for sure.
Sounds like it might be a very good topic to bring more discussion around during the next MARA conference next year in Amsterdam, Maarten.
Can I also,
yes, go ahead.
Can I also add something to it? Mm-hmm. Adding to what Maarten and José said, I would like also to say it's striking the little amount of people working the social sciences in small-scale fisheries in Europe. It tends to be forgotten. The social scientists themselves tend to forget a bit small-scale fisheries. We're always saying that small-scale fisheries are data poor. Yes, they are in biological terms, but when you go to the human side of it, the social science, it's even poorer. And I hope that the book will make people that are interested in fisheries actually get interested also in this side of the fishing sector, because it's a very interesting side to it and crucial.
Okay. Anybody else would like to say anything?
Thank you, Ratana, just now for raising the topic of the next MARA conference, which will be in end June, beginning July 2021. Hopefully in Amsterdam. Hopefully we can actually have a physical conference. And I think this topic, the topic of small-scale fisheries in general, and of small-scale fisheries in Europe will certainly be discussed, will be part of the whole scene. And we look forward to that, and also to the TBTI contribution in that.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Once again, congratulations. Let me show the book one more time. And I hope you will get hold of this copy very soon. It is very nice. So well done. Congratulations. And thank you everyone for participating. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.